Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista, and today I'm going to be talking with you about a very controversial topic, and that is why a bunch of big time social media influencers, YouTubers, and Instagrammers that were vegan and that built their name and their empire and their businesses on being vegan have gone back to eating meat. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think that they failed at the vegan diet, and then I'm going to fill you in at the end of the video on what you can do to avoid those mistakes and maintain a healthy vegan diet. So if you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe if you're liking this kind of content, and I put out vlogs every Tuesday and then nutrition chats every Friday. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment box below. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so two of the most shocking big time YouTubers and Instagrammers that built their name on being vegan and now have gone into eating fish and eggs and some dairy again are Rawvana or Rawvana Mendoza from Rawvana. Then there's also Bonny Rebecca, and then on top of that, Moon and Rock also went back to eating meat, and they're a little bit smaller of a channel, but some of these really big people. Now there's several others that you can look up if you just search into YouTube, vegans who went back to eating meat. As I'll show you here, there are a ton of results of people failing on the vegan diet, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I think they failed and how you can avoid doing that. The first and biggest reason why people fail on a vegan diet is the strive for 100% perfection in life. That is just unattainable. We're human beings. We cannot be perfect all the time. So the people who subscribe to a 100% like raw, vegan, 100% of the time diet are more likely to fail. There needs to be some wiggle room. There needs to be some balance. You need to be able to have a little bit of junk food on occasion. That's what being human is all about. God gave you the taste receptors on your tongue because we enjoy eating and we enjoy the pleasure that is tasting good food. And I'm not saying that healthy food is not tasty. Your taste buds definitely change as you go vegan, but you absolutely need to have some wiggle room. So in the past, I say 80% of the time eat super healthy, and then 20% of the time let yourself have that wiggle room. I'm going to kind of take that back and say it should be closer to like 90 to 95% healthy and 5% wiggle room, like desserts, fried food, things with oil in them, things that taste really good but really aren't that nutritious for you. If you're doing, 90 to 95% healthy foods, you're going to be just fine. But these people that subscribe to these super strict, super severe, no wiggle room ever kind of diets have a tendency to fail more often because we're human. We have moments of weakness. There's times where you fall off the wagon because you've been working so hard for so long without any kind of reward, so to speak. The second reason why I think people fail on the vegan diet is gut health. Now, I know for Rawvana or Rawvana specifically, she went off the diet because of SIBO, and that for Bonny Rebecca, it was gastrointestinal issues that caused them to, consider going off of a vegan diet. And one of the biggest things I will tell you, and check out Mike the Vegan. Check out the channel Mike the Vegan for information on this. And he does a really good video that goes in depth about gastrointestinal stuff and SIBO and the vegan diet. But absolutely, there is a cap to the amount of fructose you can eat. So these vegans that are eating super high amounts of fruit and super high amounts of like fruit juices and stuff like that, your body can only process a certain amount of that. And when there's the cap, the rest is going to just go filtered into your small intestine and create intestinal bacterial havoc in there. So I highly recommend doing a cooked vegan diet, a cooked food mostly. Of course, get as many raw fruits and vegetables in as you can. But a cooked food diet is a lot easier to maintain and a lot less strict and has a lot more wiggle room in it, and it doesn't require you to eat nearly as much fructose or fresh fruit. So I think fresh fruit is really healthy for you, but when you're eating inordinate amounts of fresh fruit every day, your body may not be able to absorb that. And that could be fructose malabsorption. That could be just you've reached your fructose cap and your body is no longer digesting it. It's just passing through your system and creating a breeding ground for all kinds of intestinal bacteria. So what I recommend to counteract that issue with gastrointestinal discomfort and being on a vegan diet is to not eat so much fruit, focus on starches, healthy starches that have fiber in them, like sweet potatoes or rutabagas or any kind of root vegetable or brown rice or grains or things that are starchy, fibrous, but don't necessarily have the highest fructose amount in them. So definitely eat plenty of fruit, 5 servings a day. Fruit and vegetables is absolutely great, but make sure that you're not overdoing it on the fruit, especially the sugary sweet fruits like mangoes and papayas. Now, moderation is key, and that's kind of the key throughout this whole video. It's just that moderation is what's going to help you be successful on this diet. The last thing I'm going to say about vegans becoming ex-vegans on YouTube is I think that people go vegan for the wrong reasons. And I'm not saying health isn't a good reason. I'm not saying climate change isn't a good reason. Those are absolutely valid and wonderful reasons. But I notice that the people who have animal welfare high up as a priority in their mind tend to be the people that don't stray from their vegan diet and kind of work with their vegan diet and adapt it to fit them while still maintaining that vegan diet. 2 really good examples of people who do that are, for one, FullyRaw Kristina. Now, she's one of those vegans that definitely follows a very strict diet, but that works for her. So good for her, that really works well for her. She's 100% strict 100% of the time, as far as I know, or as far as is portrayed in her videos. And so I praise her for that. I think she has a well-planned raw vegan diet, and that's also another key, is it's got to be well planned. But she also cares very much about the animals and about the climate and, of course, her health. Another one that is really, really good is Ellen Fisher. She's kind of adapted her diet from being more raw to being more cooked and like half raw, and she's just got a really good balance in her diet. And I like how she adapts her diet to how her body feels. So there's some videos in the past where she changes what she eats while she's pregnant a little bit to eat more cooked foods because that's what her body's craving. So we have to make sure we're listening to our body and making sure that we're getting what sounds good and what feels good to eat to us. Everybody is different, and so it's really important that you listen to your body. One more tip, guys. This is the very last one, I promise. But a well-planned vegan diet is going to be successful 100% of the time over a not well-planned vegan diet. So what that means is do your research. See a dietitian who's skilled in vegan, vegetarian, plant-based diets, and do your research, do your due diligence, and make sure you're getting all of your vitamins, nutrients, minerals, all of that you're needing to get. Otherwise, it's not going to be easy to maintain this diet because you will not feel good. If you're not getting what you need, it is not going to work. So use chronometer.com, the app, to do a little spot check once a week or once a month just to make sure you're kind of hitting all of your categories, proteins, macros, and micronutrients as well. Make sure that you're hitting all of those and that your diet is well balanced. Check out a nutritionist if you need to just make sure that what you're doing is healthy, and that's what well planned means. It just means that you've put thought into it and that you're getting what you're supposed to be getting on a daily basis. So make sure your diet's well planned. Don't overdo it on the fruit. Don't be a total 100% or nothing kind of person, and think about the animals as well. Okay? So that is all I have for you today. I leave you with that. If you have any questions, comments, or anything you would like to say in the comment box below, feel free. If you like this video, definitely give it a big thumbs up. And I will see you again next Friday for another nutrition chat. Take care. Bye-bye.
We made our way to the shoreline. We got away from the worst, and I'm not sure we're okay yet. We're lovers, don't you know? Oh.